Okay. Let's see. Is this actually live? Okay, look, it is live. However, I have to take a cat downstairs, so it'll be just a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Come on. Watch the clothes. Okay, sorry about that. Many apologies. Alright. So what I'm going to try and do on this stream is alternate between showing the instructions and having the actual braiding. There we go. This should be a relatively easy transition. If you'd like the sorry, just ran up and down the stairs. If you would like the braiding instructions to be smaller or larger, let me know at the start of each move. I'll switch between the instructions and the regular video stream. So sorry about that. Okay, so we are on move 76. 1 and 3. Also, I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I may not be talking as much as normal. And I had 3 people waiting, and now I have none. That was annoying. And shed 1 is reversed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 on the left, and shed 1 is reversed. So 1, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. And we are moving to 77. And as you can see, it's the same as the last one. And so 1, sorry, the mouse is not wanting to cooperate. 1 and 3 get exchanged, and shed 1 reverses. and on the second move it also reverses. Alright. Okay. So 1 and 3. And 1 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This one's going to need a little bit of help. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That one needs a little bit of drop down. Hey, we've got somebody on. Welcome, welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hey, Bane, nice to see you. Had a suggestion as far as how to handle this, so I'm going with it for right now, which is essentially I'm this screen here, and then when I'm ready to switch moves, I switch over to showing the full instructions, moving to move 78, and as you can see it's the same as 77 was, and give people a second or two to look at it, and then assuming I can get my mouse to move, switch back to this, and switch back to where I can actually see comments or anything like that. There we go. So 1 and 3 and 1. As you can see, I'm getting a little better at dealing with OBS now that I understand a little more of what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I accidentally created a test stream trying to launch this one, but it didn't screw up the this stream, which is nice. And I'll have a chance to get rid of the test stream after this one, so I don't have it again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But yeah, I had a kind of crappy day yesterday. I was playing Ingress for an event, and I did everything and it didn't count, and I did it again and did it again, and finally when it was about 9 o'clock at night and I just didn't have enough time or energy to do it one more time, I went ahead and restarted the game, figuring, you know, maybe it'll show up then if I do that. Nope, it shows up, and suddenly all of the stuff I was doing is now tracked under the Agent Ops tab, and they're all at 0. So I just, like, heck with it. I'm just gonna call it a night and go to bed. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. Yeah, I'm also thinking that as long as nothing changes with the move and nobody new has come on, since the last time I've shown it, I'll only show it if the stuff actually changes, or if somebody new wants to see it. Saves me a little bit of time there, because it does take me about a minute or so to work my way through showing everything and then going back. I'm just going to quickly move on to move 79. I think I need a mouse pad to go with this. The stand is a little small and it just barely fits the laptop. Okay. So again, same move, 1 and 3 on the right, and shed 1 is reversed. 1 and 3 on the left, and shed 1 is reversed. Okay, that makes sense. Give me a second here, and I will actually do that. Yeah, that seemed to make sense to me. All right, so give me a second here, and I am going to go over to OBS, and there we go. And switch back to Stream Monitor. There we go. So is that what you were talking about? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. And 1 and 3 and 1. Accidentally grab 2 of them. There we go. Okay, yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I'm used to stuff being in lower right hand corners for picture-in-picture, just the way I'm used to it. So pointing out that, yeah, it's covering up part of my move makes perfect sense. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, a little bit of cat hair in here. Plus, I'm kind of a little slow this morning. I had the CPAP on all night, and I don't know if that's what's giving me the sore throat or if I've got a bug and it's just making it worse, but just really annoying. And just a little slow today. I wanted to get started earlier, but this is when it looked like it would work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But I got a bag of salt and vinegar chips up here with me, so that if my throat's going to bother me, I'm going to punish it until it gets better. doing this one, I might actually get it done in about a month. Especially if I put in a fair amount of time on the weekends. Okay, on to move 80. Come on. There we go. Some surfaces work better than others for the mouse. Okay, so nothing changed. Still 1 and 1. It's kind of funny watching the stream monitor. Tells me that you've gone away, you post something in chat, and then suddenly it retcons the last 2 minutes of stream where it says, no, he was watching it the whole time. But I got to start getting geared up for summer pretty soon. I need to make 5 Taka-Dais or so. And also, I've got to make a couple of signs for Pennsic for their period gaming and modern gaming tents. Period meaning the period of history, not the other thing. On my CNC router, which means I need to get it back in working shape. It's mostly just got stuff sitting on it right now, but I need to finish setting up for the stops and clamps so that I can do what I want to with it. Yeah. The lower layer seems to work a lot better if I actually do the count out, because then I know when to stop. The upper layer is not really required for that because I can see what I'm doing a little easier. And I don't need to actually count to see that I'm doing every other one and stop with 3 left. Whoops, I forgot to do a comma slide. I'll do that right after this move finishes. Okay. Yeah, it's sunny out here today, but it's also cold and windy, so that has been less than pleasant. When I walked my corner wall. Okay, and on to move 81. And no changes. So 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Also should probably do the take-up reel as well. I'll do that after this one here. Sorry for all the throat clearing. And 1, whoops, reverse that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well, Social Blade says I should hit 1,000 subscribers in about 6 months from now. Don't know if I believe that or not, but that would be nice. Though this time I'm going to remember to take my streaming gear when I go to Pennsic, so I can stream there and not lose my momentum. Because it sucked from last year when I forgot. Okay, take up reel. There we go. And on to move 82. Still no changes. And 1, 3. I got a constable meeting Monday, but I'm going to try and leave a little bit early so I can catch Runkle's live stream and super chat on that one, see if I can't get some more people headed my way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Apparently Rob has decided that the stream name for Runkle's Monday stream is Monday Fun Day. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, I tried turning it up the other day, so let me try this. How's that for audio? I realize I said how's that and then stopped talking. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's probably the difference on StreamYard and, not StreamYard, OBS and the regular YouTube setting. Okay, and on to move 83. And I'm going to check real quick on OBS, see if I can't raise it up as well. Okay. Yeah, I've got my mic at maximum according to this. So I don't know if it's just going to be the difference between YouTube and OBS settings. I'll see about getting an attachment that or some sort of setting that allows me to increase the microphone setting. Actually, okay. How's that for sound? I just realized I've got a input microphone on the bottom of the mic. Let's see. It's going to be delayed looking at it here. Let me switch over to OBS so I can see what I'm seeing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a, right at the bottom here, there's a volume adjustment. So let's get that back centered. And looks like it's still in focus. Okay, and the meter is looking a little better. Let's try it just a little bit higher, see if that goes. Okay, there's not much difference on the meter, but hopefully that gave you better sound. Alrighty. So. Okay, well, that's glad to hear it. Okay, that's about a quarter turn past the middle setting, so. Okay, good. Alrighty, so 1 and 3, and this is move 83, by the way. Pretty soon I'll be able to start showing changes in the pattern. Okay, because we end at 90 on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I think you missed the last stream where I had to... or at least the part of the last stream where I had to back up. I could be wrong on that. My memory is a little off these days. I remember doing it, I just don't remember who was on, if I was catching anybody. I don't think anybody was actually watching that stream live. Yeah, that was the one where I only had one person view for about a minute, and that was it. Okay, and 1 and 3 on the left. And given it was really early in the morning your time, that doesn't surprise me. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But I figure I should probably start learning StreamYard as well now that I'm doing better with OBS, so that if anybody ever wants to invite me on their stream, I can actually join in without too much of a problem. Okay, and on to move 84. Ah, we got a change, so let me go ahead and show the change. All right. Okay, so this move here, which is 88, shed 1 doesn't change. That's about 4 moves ahead, and there's no reversal on this side here. And you can see here that it's the end of the sword tip on this side. So let me switch back to, there we go. And there we go. Oh, okay, that's good to know. I post a lot of my announcements on Facebook, and I continually see people say, I just saw this stream that was like broadcast 4 or 5 days ago, and I'm sorry I miss it. And I make sure to try and let them know that all of the streams are saved so that they can go back and watch them at their convenience. And recommend that they subscribe to my locals for free so they can get notifications if they want the live notifications. And they don't trust YouTube, or they don't have a YouTube account, etc. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. With the microphone where it is, I gotta be more careful not to hit it when I do some of these moves. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to move the microphone back just a little bit. Now that I got volume turned up, it should be much better. Or at least not go as back as bad as it was. And 1 and 3 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It says I've got 2 views now, so maybe somebody else is watching, hopefully. Though it's saying only 1 concurrent viewer. Okay, and on to move 85. Next one, I'll bring it up again just so you can see how far it's progressed. So 1 and 3. And 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let those 2 untangle. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I bumped the mic. Move it back a little more. Adding the rubberized feet to the Taka-Dai seems to have really helped when I readjust the center of the, when I readjust the braid to the center. It doesn't move the Taka-Dai around anymore, which is nice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, I wasn't really worried about you getting notifications. Okay, so it's good further away. I'm just talking about the people who are on Facebook and don't get it and are worried about that. So, on to 86. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and show that one real quick. There we go. As you can see, we now have 3 rows of nothing here, and there's the tip of the sword. So no shed on or no tom exchange on 1 for those 2 moves there, and then when it gets to that, that's done with it there, and no shed reversals there. Same thing on the right, just 1 move later, or 1 move later, because it's angled a little further out here. So, all right, so I'm on move 86, and there we go. Alrighty. And 1, and 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well, speaking of things that have been a while, after having wanted to see it when I was a kid and never actually being able to go to the theater when it was out there, never bothering to actually rent the VHS and later DVD of it, I finally saw the 1979 movie, The Black Hole. Wasn't too bad. It's kind of enjoyable in a Saturday morning way. And that's actually when I watched it, was on Saturday morning. Oops. And 1 and 3. And I recognized Roddy McDowell's voice as Vincent. And I could recognize Slim Pickens as Bob, but I just couldn't remember that it was Slim Pickens, but I did recognize that I knew the voice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I knew Anthony Perkins, the guy who played as the villain in the original Psycho, was also on there. I knew him, I just couldn't remember from what. And that is not the one that needs to move. That is the one that needs to move. Guess I'm getting distracted relating stories. I did definitely recognize Ernest Borgnine. Okay, on to move 87. And I'm going to just quickly show this real quick since I've reached the end. Let's see, where is it? There we go. Okay, so this is the entire end. This is move 90 on the bottom here. When I get to the end, then it resets to the beginning. So we are currently on move 87. So we've got 3 moves after this one. So 1 and 3. Yeah, they did mostly practical effects. They didn't use ILM's special camera setup because they weren't able to get access to it. So they made their own, where they did basically a composite of video or film of the actors as they moved through a scene, and then they had a matte painting for the background. They were able to combine the two up. So that worked out pretty well from the way it looked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oops. I have to go back. I accidentally went through one of the ones I wasn't supposed to part way. And let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, that's a good clean one. And just wait for it to untangle. There we go. And on to move 88. This is the first one with the changes. He's trying to get a hold of me. Okay, just family stuff. Somebody's trying to log into my Discord account from Buffalo, New York. So, we'll definitely not be doing that. Oh, got a new subscriber, Heliarch. Well, if you're watching Heliarch, welcome to the channel. Okay, so on the right, nothing changes for this move. So it's just 1 and 3 and 1 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Looks okay, just felt a little weird on the tension on the strings. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on the left, we do not do 1, we just do 3. So, just 3 here. And no shed exchange on this one, so just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, you will have a good time with your breakfast slash brunch. If I need to get your attention, I'll speak up a little bit, so hopefully you can hear me. But I'll keep talking for anybody who happens to watch this in the future. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and on to move 89. Okay, on this one, Tama 1 does not get exchanged, just Tama 3 does, or Tama's 3. Oops, time for a coma slide too. Let's do that real quick. Bit on the take-up reel. There we go. And shed 1 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hey, we got a bunch of people on. So after I get done with this move, I'm going to bring up the instructions so people can see what I'm doing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Welcome to the stream, everybody. And they just went away. Okay. And on the left here, it's just 3 that is exchanged. Huh. I just made a mistake. All right, let's go back and fix it. All right, so... Oh, no, wait a minute. Okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, that's what I did wrong. I pulled the last one from the bottom instead of from the top. This is the one that should have gone. There we go. That looks right. Okay, so just 3 on this one and no shed reversals. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alrighty. There we go. And give me just a second here, and I will show the move. Okay. So alrighty, so I just finished this move 89, so I'm going to move on to move 90. Alright, this is the last move on the pattern, so I have no Tama exchanges on the left, and I have 1 on the right for number 3, which is, I can't see it right now, but it's the one blue up on the top on the right. And this ends this pattern, and then we will reset it back to the beginning. As you can see on the left, this is the bottom here on the right hand side, and there's no reversing the order top to bottom, and the top here is the same, and there we go. So let me switch back real quick for the move, and we lost everybody again. Okay, so just 3 on the right, and then regular moves with no shed reversals on both sides. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And same thing on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And drop the tama down just a little bit so it's the same height as the rest. And I'm going to take a quick moment to check how much I've got produced for 2 sets of the pattern. Okay, 16 inches, so it's 8 inches for 2 sets for the double set of swords. So I'll have to see how it's going to go, since it's supposed to be 5 foot overall length when I'm done. See how much I need to do for blank at the end, but I'll worry about that later. So 16 inches. Alrighty, and I am going to switch to the instructions so you can see going from end of the pattern to the beginning. There we go. Alright, so this is the last move here, and I am going to reset to the beginning. And we're back at the beginning. So first move, nothing is exchanged or reversed. Same for the second move. Third move, I start on the left with Tamas 1 getting exchanged and shed 1 being reversed. So when I get there, I'll bring that up and switch back to standard view. And there we go. Hey, yeah, I figured you were still around. When I said we lost everybody, that's just what YouTube was showing. For all I know, they're actually still around as well. They just don't show up because YouTube sucks. Okay, so move 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Same thing on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm getting a lot better at that waving motion. Just got to synchronize the up and down on the wave with the speed of the forward motion so you catch the right ones. All right, moving on to step 2. And still nothing and nothing out of the ordinary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. And on to move 3. And since this is an actual change, let me quickly bring this up. Okay, so Tamas 1 are getting exchanged on the left, and shed 1 is reversed. On the right, it's normal. So as we can see, there's nothing exchanged or reversed there. On this one, the first position, you can see the red circle around the tamas so that you know that they got exchanged, and you can see the blue is on top, the white will be on bottom, and the first shed is reversed. So I start with the blue, which is move 3 there, the lower rail. So I start go in the middle, then I go over the first one, or the second one on the top, which is shed 1, then through the middle, and then under the fourth one on the bottom, which is shed 2, and then continue through on the bottom. Alrighty. And there we go. And so still nothing on the right, so I don't exchange those. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on the left, I am exchanging Tamas 1, so this one goes up here, and this one comes down here, and shed 1 is reversed. So I'll do from the top 1, and then the bottom 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we can see the start of the first one there, or first of the sword there. And on to move 4. And okay, so in this move 4 here, we're still exchanging 1 on the left, and exchanging 1 and reversing shed 1. On the right, we're exchanging Tamas 1, but are doing no shed reversals yet. So and so exchanging Tamas 1 and no shed reversals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, oh, no shed reversals, no shed reversals. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can see how it's easy to get road hypnosis into a certain set of moves. Okay. And shed or Tama 1 is exchanged on the left, and shed 1 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yep, that's what I was thinking, and people could pause on the moves so they can see what's going on and study it at their leisure, which is another good reason to leave them up. Okay, so since we're still changing, let's go back to full screen here. All right, so we're moving to move 5. All right, so this is where we go into the standard Tamas 1 and 3 get exchanged, and shed 1 is reversed. So that's 1 and 3. You can see the shed reversal there. And on the right, we're still only Tama 1 being exchanged, which is that there, but we're starting the shed reversals on here. So there we go. And so Tama 1 is exchanged, and shed 1 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on the left now, we are at 1 and 3. So 1 and 3. And shed 1 is reversed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come on, there we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 6. Okay, so on the right, we are now 1 and 3 and 1. So it's going to stay this way for probably about 20 moves. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. That's going to stay. So I won't be bringing this up every time till we get to where it starts to change again. So as you can see, 1 and 3 on the Tamas get exchanged on both sides. And shed 1 is reversed. Alrighty. And now I can let muscle memory take over for a while. We've been going for about an hour, not too bad. So 1 and 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that's the wrong one. Oops, bumped the microphone. That's the one. I knew something looked weird there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and on to move 7. 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to 8. 1, 3, and 1. Oops, before I do that, it's time for coma slide. And a little bit of throat lubrication. And 1 and 3. And 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 3 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to 9. And 1 and 3 and 1 on both sides. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 10. And again, 1 and 3 and 1. That one needs to go a little bit lower. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1. There we go. And that one jumped. There we go. Okay. Let's see. That looks right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 11. 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy your breakfast. And on to move 12. 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 13. 1 and 1 and 1 and 3 and 1 again for both sides. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left as well. 1, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 14. 1 and 3 and 1 on both sides. 1 and 3, and shed 1 is reversed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, and 3, and shed 1 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 15. 1 and 3 and 1 again. Checking something real quick. There we go, that's better. Okay. Shed 1 is reversed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yep. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. One and 3. And shed 1 is reversed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And on to move 16. And 1, 3, and 1 for both again. Oops. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. One and 3. And shed 1 is reversed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on to move 17, and it's time for a coma slide. And 1 and 3 and 1. Whoops. There we go. And there's the 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 18. Alrighty, 1, 3, and 1 again on both sides. One and 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, and 3, and shed 1 reversed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on to 19. 1, 3, and 1, and no pending changes still. Let's see. Hey, yeah, that'll work for you. Okay, 1, 3, and shed 1 is reversed. I've got it set for high definition, so hopefully you're getting it at least in 720. 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I've got a fiber optic connection at, I believe, gigabit speeds, so I should have the bandwidth to upload it. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. And 1 and 3 and 1. I'm starting to get kind of tired, but I do want to try and at least get to the start of the cross guard. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm not sure, but the replay after it's had a chance to encode everything might be 1080, but I don't know. But that's theoretically what I'm streaming at, or the resolution I'm streaming in. And move 20. 1, 3, and 1. And 1. And 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. And 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm not sure I get that about being all for the comma police. I mean the pauses I'm making as I'm speaking. Okay. On to move 21. Alrighty, 1, 3, and 1. Or coma police, meaning tired? I'm still not sure. Sorry. Hey, we got somebody else on. Welcome to the stream. Let me finish this set of moves and I'll show you the pattern up in detail so you can see what I'm doing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they're gone again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ah, okay, gotcha. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and on to move 22, and still no changes. And it says we got 2 again. Welcome, welcome. So since we got 2, let me go ahead and show the pattern here real quick. Alrighty. So this is where we're at. So Tamas 1 and 3 from top and bottom rails are exchanged on both sides, and shed 1 is reversed on both sides. So these tama here that have the red ring around them are getting exchanged top to bottom from where they were. And when I do the shed, normally I just go over and under everyone on the bottom, but the first position gets reversed where I actually go up over the top, then the middle, then down under the bottom. So that's the differences. So, all right, we are on move 22. So let's get started on that. There we go. And they went away again. Oh well. Part of the problem is that it looks like I've at least a 30-second or more delay on what I do. Okay. And 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, well, I appreciate the fact that you do come and watch. It helps me in my watch statistics and watch time, and I'm glad that you're able to find interest in it to where it's something that you enjoy, which is the important thing to me. Because nobody will come if they don't enjoy it. Yes, I'm fine. I'm just really bad at voices. If I'm in a really bad mood, I won't stream. I won't come on and do a blubber stream. My channel is under attack. I did not move to 23 when I started that. I should really do that so I don't get out of sync. Ah, and we're having the first sign of something changing, so I'll go ahead and put that up real quick. All right. It's fun trying to get the mouse pointer in the right area. There we go. All right, so heading up, we'll do 1, 3, and 5 there. And you can see that here, so it's like 1, or 1. Let's see. Anyway, but yeah, it'll show up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 becomes blue, 3 becomes white, and 5 becomes blue. And doesn't start anything on the left yet because it's only on the right, or on the right side because it's only on the left. So we are on move 23 still, and I'm ready to start the shed reversal. So let's switch back. There we go. And so I can see the chat and whatnot. Yeah, and the my channel is under attack works for Jeremy Hambly pretty good as the quartering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But they've got like, you know, a couple 100,000 to about 1 million subscribers, and I've got about 537 as of today, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm wondering if maybe putting this stream under entertainment instead of education would get me better reach through the algorithm. And 1 and 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, it was 5:36 before I started, and somebody joined right about the time I started, so 5:37 sounds right. Okay, and on to move 24. There we go. 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But as far as being obsessed, my wife calls me a Kumihimo pusher, because I'll teach just about anybody who expresses the slightest bit of interest in it. And 1 and 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, I'd rather not be ASMR adjacent, but that's my voice, and I am counting a lot. And on to move 25. And still 1 and 3 and 1 for both sides. So I suppose I could put some more vocal fry in it, but I don't think people would care for that. Plus, it's probably hard on my voice. Speaking of which, speaking seems to have been helping my voice today. My throat's not quite as sore. Also, it might have been all the soda that I've been consuming. Admittedly, it's diet soda, and I'm consuming it mainly for the caffeine so I don't get migraines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But I need to get a bunch of completely unsweetened flavored seltzer that I like, and probably should switch back to just caffeine pills again. That way I'm thirsty for water, not for caffeine. And there we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Oh. Speaking of knives, I have something you may be interested in. Alright, so switching to move 26. Next move is going to be the start of the crossguard. Coma slide time. Go. This was a pawn shop find. Let me switch over to OBS screen so I've got a live feed of what I'm seeing. There we go. The core is pattern welded. There's a little brass pin at the end, so the smith was able to tell where their pattern welding stuff stopped. I believe that is silver there. I haven't really tried any restoration work on this since I know I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm leaving well enough alone. I need to put more oil on there since it looks like it's starting to rust a bit again. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay, so we were on move 26, which is the last of the non-crossguard pieces. So 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. All right, so since we're going to be having a change, let me switch to, there we go. And alrighty, so move 27. So we do 1, 3, and 5 on the left, shed 1 is reversed, and 1 and 3 on the right, and shed 1 is reversed. So that's the normal one there. On this here, you can see Thomaset 5 is exchanged as well. So, go back to the normal view, and 1 and 3 on the right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and 1, 3, and 5. There we go. Got that one untangled. And just shed 1 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alrighty, there is the start of the crossguard, and I am going to go ahead and call it a stream. I will probably do another stream this afternoon, maybe about 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll go ahead and make up the stream about an hour or two ahead of time, so the link will be there. And everybody have a happy one, and happy braiding, and stay safe. Let's see. Let me catch up on the stream real quick. I mean, the chat real quick before I leave. Yeah, the older ones don't have the chromium of stainless steel, so it tends to rust a lot easier. Alrighty, so have a good one, happy braiding, and stay safe.